welcome to KristenKellyTV. I just did my unboxing from Imats. So I thought that I would give you guys my best tips and tricks to make sure your Imats experience is as fun and stress-free as possible. If that's something you want to see, please continue. My first tip for Imats is buy your ticket early. As soon as you find out that the tickets are on sale, go buy them. I bought my ticket, I think 5 months or 4 months early. I bought it as soon as I knew that it was happening. I called my friend and she bought her ticket as well. So if you want to make sure that you are not going alone, call your girlfriend, whoever you're going to go with. Make sure that you both buy your tickets at the same time because they do sell out. This time around, the one in Los Angeles, the second day did not sell out until about a week before. So you can still get tickets last minute. But if you want to go the first day, which I think is best because some places do sell out of stuff, get it the first day. Tip number 2. Bring food. You are going to be there all day long and you are going to be hungry. There is some food, a little concession stand, overpriced and not healthy food. Also, it's a lot of like ballpark stuff, you know, really not many vegetarian options. So bring protein bars. Bring protein bars, bring water, even though I'm going to get into water in a second, but bring protein bars, bring water, bring nuts, small things that you can eat while you're shopping or while you're in line. Tip number 3. They do have water there, so it's not like they don't have water. However, just because they had water at the Imats I went to, are they going to have water every single time? I don't know. You always want to be prepared. They did have really nice water sparklet machines, so maybe if you don't want to bring water, maybe just bring a container to carry water in. I had wished that I had brought a water container so that I could have filled it up, walked around, instead of going and getting a few cups of water at the same time. The next tip is bring a few layers. It's really hot, but sometimes, you know, it's going to be cold. Maybe it's outside. And, you know, maybe if you go outside to grab something to eat, you know, it could be warm, it could be cold, you know, there is AC, so maybe you're going to be a little bit colder, but maybe as the day shifts, because you are going to be there all day long, I suggest wearing a tank top, wearing a t-shirt over that, and then bringing a sweatshirt or a sweater. I ended up wearing a sweater there, and within 5 minutes I had to take it off and go change into a shirt that I had brought with me. So bring another shirt if you think that you want to wear something maybe a little bit less loose fitting, or if you don't want to, maybe if you want to wear a fancier outfit there, bring another change of clothes with you, because it's inside, but also if you go out, if you're hanging out outside at any point, you're gonna maybe want to bring just a few different layers. Also, it's an all-day event, so you might get there and it might be warm, but then you might have to walk back to your car and it might be cold. So bring a few layers just in case. Know what you want to get in advance. With that being said, this isn't something I personally did. For me, I really wanted to go to Imats for the experience. It wasn't that I was like, okay, I need this from Anastasia, I need this from Jeffree Star, I need this. I didn't have a checklist. However, if you are somebody who's A, on a budget, and B, this is your only opportunity to get a lot of makeup, make a list. For me, I'm around a lot of makeup places. I live in a very central area. I have no shortage of makeup in my area. If you're somebody who's traveling to Imats and this is for you an opportunity to grab a lot of makeup without paying shipping costs and without paying taxes on some of it, make a list. Make a list. They also are going to give you a brochure when you get in, and that'll tell you exactly where all the booths are. So if you already know what makeup you want, you can target those booths. However, if you're not somebody like that, don't worry, that's like me. I didn't have a list, I didn't have a game plan, I just went in and walked around. I went in, I walked around. If I saw something that interested me, I would go talk to the people, I'd go stand in line, I would see. A lot of the makeup I bought and a lot of the brands I bought, I didn't even know about the brands before. So you will meet interesting people and you will meet new companies, stuff that you never thought of before. So have an open mind. Also, that's not really a tip, but there are going to be a lot of cool companies there as well. So A, have an open mind, but B, have a list if you really know that there is makeup that you definitely want to go. there to get. If that's something that like you really want, like with me, the RCMA powder, that is something that I had wanted, but I wasn't really even thinking about it. But when I saw the booth, I was like, oh my God, yay, I've actually been looking for you guys. I like had wanted something. So it's nice if there is a list. Next, do you have a budget? If you have a budget, this is something to think about. If you know how much money you can only spend, I would either get a Visa prepaid card or I would bring cash. Places take cash and card. I did not find one place that did not take card. That was something I kind of got scared about because I was like, oh my God, do I need cash? Do I need cash? Mostly everywhere took card. However, my credit card company did flag me twice, and I had to call my credit card company for 30 minutes, and I was on the phone because a lot of the vendors are from different places, so it will flag you saying, oh, you're here, you're here. So another smart tip is call your credit card company beforehand. Tell them you're going to be going to an expo where there's going to be a lot of vendors from different places, and to not flag your card that your card has not been stolen. So just tell them in advance. That's something I wish I had done. Next, wear comfortable shoes. I wore extremely comfortable sneakers and my feet still hurt at the end of the day. My friend, God bless her soul. Did I say Fred? My friend, God bless her soul. She was wearing like a little bit of a boot and her feet hurt so bad. My feet hurt so bad and I was wearing comfortable workout sneakers. So do not wear tall shoes. Don't wear heels. You don't need to. I did see quite a few girls wearing heels and I just felt bad for them because it feels like you were at Disneyland all day. You are walking, it's not a huge convention center, but you are doing so much walking. I probably walked for 8 hours straight, I would say. My feet hurt so bad that night. So definitely wear comfortable shoes. Even maybe bring a backup comfortable pair of shoes. If you know that you want to wear some cute heels or you want to wear some cute flats, but you think, hey, maybe my feet will hurt, they're gonna hurt. So bring some comfortable shoes. Maybe even an extra pair of socks. That's something I like to do, is I always like to bring an extra pair of socks because if your feet get sweaty, you don't want to be, like walking around in sweaty socks all day. Next, when you get there, there's going to be these Imats bags. They are going to be folded up really beautifully right in the front. Grab a few. They're big bags, so when you get smaller items, you can take your smaller items and put them in the bag. So then instead of carrying 10 little bags, you're carrying 1 or 2 large bags. Transportation. How are you going to get to Imats? I live in Los Angeles and Imats was in Pasadena. I could have taken an Uber, I could have carpooled, I could have had somebody drop me off, I could have taken a bus, a train, a plane. Why did I drive? I drove because I knew I was going to be getting a lot of packages. So my friend and I, we walked around. About halfway through, we'd gotten so many packages, our arms were dying. We walked back to the car, we put our stuff in the trunk. Make sure you put it in the trunk, don't ever put it in the back seats because somebody could break the windows. Put it in the trunk, make sure it's locked, and then we were able to come back, continue shopping. Then we were able to go back to the car, put the rest of our stuff in the car, lock it up. Then we were able to go get a bite to eat. So if we didn't bring my car, we would have been carrying around all of these huge packages and our arms would have been dying. So it was imperative for me to have my car there so that we could put the stuff into my car so then we could continue shopping. And there were many people I saw doing that throughout the day. So if you can drive, I would most definitely drive. Bring a external charger for your cell phone. You are going to be taking pictures, you are going to be walking around, you are going to be calling people, you are going to be Facebook Living. I was doing so much social media there. I had never done Facebook Live. I was doing Facebook Live. It is so much fun and these are memories we're going to want to have. I have this amazing external phone charger that I bought for $40 at Costco. It's wonderful. It actually has 2 plugs. So at one point, my friend and I were both charging our phones. The moment that I walked into Imats, my phone died. So I had that plug, I plugged it in, and it saved the day. If my phone had died, I would have been so miserable. I wouldn't have been able to take pictures. I wouldn't have been able to do anything. I wouldn't have been able to look up stuff to comparison shop because some places were doing good deals and some places weren't. So it was nice to be able, when I was in line, to look up and be like, okay, well, this is normally the same price, so it's not that good of a deal if I don't want to buy it now. So it would have been a bad day if I didn't have my charger. So always have a charger, and on top of having a charger, make sure you bring a cord. Maybe even 2 cords if your external charger has 2 holes or 2 drives for it, because you might, save a friend or whatever. Also, if you want, bring one that goes into the wall. I also brought one that went into the wall because it's, 2017. There's places everywhere that there was charging docks at a lot of different places, but I think that you needed your own cord. So make sure you have a cord. You always want to be able to get in touch with people. I mean, social media is great, but just in case, there's an accident or if you need it for your GPS, you always want to make sure that your phone is fully charged. Next up is, do you have influencers that you love that are going to be there? So Imats has really cracked down on making sure that there's not a lot of big, YouTube celebrities there, because that does kind of cause a lot of craziness. But sometimes these people do go. So if there is somebody like, let's say, Manny MUA or Jaclyn Hill, or if there's somebody who you love and you follow them, make sure you are looking at their Snapchats that day, because maybe they're going to come. So I looked on Snapchat at all of my favorite makeup artists to see if any of them were going to be coming to the event. None of them actually were, but I did meet Sanders, which was so fun, and he was such a sweetheart. Guys, look who I just ran into!
Hi guys! How's it going?
This is Sander! Oh my god. Is it Sander or Sanders?
Sanders, yeah.
Sanders. That's so unique.
How's it going?
That.
Wait, so, what's the tea? What's going on? Anything being spilled right now? What's going on?
Facebook Live?
Oh my god, you're so sweet. You are so sweet.
Thank you so much. It's so nice meeting you.
It's so nice meeting you. I did film a little bit when I was walking around. It was so fun. But yeah, there are going to be social media people there. So if there's people that are going to be there, or if there's people you think might be there, definitely check in on what they're doing on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, see what they're doing, because maybe they'll show up. Next up, meet and greets. There are going to be meet and greets. Some are going to be at Imats, some will be outside of Imats. I know Jeffree Star did a meet and greet. So all you have to do is find out about that. They normally will post about it on their social media. You can even ask somebody that works there. Each vendor is really busy. Sometimes they don't give you exactly what you ordered, so you want to make sure that you got everything you purchased. Myself, I had a vendor almost give me someone else's order, and then my friend bought a palette from Dose of Color. They charged her, but then they didn't give it to her. She went back and she got it. But you have to make sure that they give you what you paid for, because these places are super hectic. Sometimes they'll give you a piece of paper and you'll fill out the quantity and what you want. But then you have to make sure that they give you what you got, because you wouldn't notice till you got home. Maybe you live out of state, or maybe you can't go back to the event the next day. I'm not even sure if you can get in if you don't have a ticket. Even if you're like, hey, this person, I paid for this but I didn't get it. I don't know how that works. So always, when they hand you your bag, look through it. Okay, yeah, that's what I got. Okay, all right, cool, go on to the next. Because you want to make sure that they give you what you paid for. Also, some places charge double. My friend and I both had 2 different places that charged us twice for the same order. So always check your credit card either that night or within the next few weeks. I actually haven't checked mine since really then. I'm going to check mine again. Hey, I'm going to follow my own advice. So check your credit card statements. Make sure that you weren't double charged for anything, because that can very easily happen. There's a lot of hectic stuff going on. If there's somewhere like Anastasia Beverly Hills or Kat Von D, if there's a company that's doing a really good sale and they have gigantic lines, Kat Von D and Anastasia Beverly Hills had the longest lines. So my friend and I waited to the very end, and we went to Anastasia Beverly Hills with practically no one in line, and we got to get right in there and get what we wanted. Kat Von D, actually, they had to close the line because their line was so massive, just so unbelievably massive. But Anastasia Beverly Hills, I went back, It opened, it was great. So definitely make sure that if there is something that you didn't go to in the beginning so the line was too big, go back at the end. Chances are the line will be down. But if it is something like with the Kat Von D situation, they had to stop the line. So even at the end, we couldn't even get into the line, which we were fine with. But if that's a brand that you really are diehard about, make sure you get in that line beforehand because they might shut it down. The very last tip for Imats is have fun. Imats is so unbelievably fun. I had the best time there. Just have a good time, and remember, when you have a positive attitude, everything is good. You know, you can go in there and you can say, oh, it's too hot, there's too many people, this stuff's not discounted enough, and this and that. And you can have a bad attitude and you're going to have a bad time. Go in there with a good attitude. Go in there with an attitude of, these are people that are in the same industry that you love. These are people that are passionate about the same things that you're passionate about. You're getting stuff at a great deal. This is an amazing opportunity to see all these people, to hear these lectures, to take pictures with all these great people, to see live demonstrations. It's a wonderful, wonderful time. Go in there with a great attitude, because if you do, you're going to succeed and you're going to have a good time. Oh wait, one more little tip. The events are normally 2 days. If you really want to go 2 days, get 2 days worth of tickets in advance. However, I think that 1 day is enough, because my friend and I went 1 day and then she actually had a ticket for the next day and she was like, oh, I don't even want to go because we did everything and I got everything. You are able to get everything in 1 day. True, we didn't go to Kat Von D, but we hit up mostly everything we wanted to, or we did hit up everything we wanted to. So if you want to get 2 days worth of tickets, totally do that. Is it 100% necessary? No, I don't think it's 100% necessary. 1 day, 1 ticket, I think is great. And I would go Saturday over going Sunday, because Saturday, less stuff will be sold out, where Sunday, there's probably going to be some stuff that's sold out. All right, guys, have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye!